Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss, and today's bike vlog we're going to be talking about nutrition, particularly proper nutrition. You know, if you saw my short from earlier, then you know I said that there's an idea of proper nutrition, the idea that we have set, but what proper nutrition means for everyone can be something different, because everyone's body is different. And not everyone is going to be doing the same amount of work, exercise, or routines. But I think having the general idea of nutrition can help you go a long way. So first topic, first note of nutrition is going to be your meals. And what's in your meals, tracking your calories, and calories in versus calories out is always the idea, but you can do calories in versus calories out with fucking McDonald's and still lose weight. When I say nutrition and proper nutrition, that's about getting the protein, vitamins, minerals that your body needs to function properly, so that when you're exercising, when you're working out, not only do you have the energy the energy to maintain a good routine, a good pace, but it's going to be easier over time to achieve calories in versus calories out when you're doing proper nutrition. When it's interesting to think how much protein has changed my way of working out on my journey. I didn't understand in the beginning how important protein was, but it's one of the true key components of keeping you not only at a good pace, but keeping you satiated and keeping your diet in check. You want to consume, I don't know any numbers or anything like that, but I've found that for me at my level, 40 to 50, sometimes 60 grams of protein a serving, like at a meal, is really helpful. One thing I've really implemented is protein shakes. A lot of the time they're already pre-made, but they're great meal replacements. You got to remember, you can't have a protein shake and eat a meal. I was talking to one of my coworkers. He saw my protein shake and he said, "Oh, you got to be careful with that." He says he'll drink one of those and still want to eat something. And I feel like you have to get to that level. You can't use, because a protein shake, all that is a meal replacement. The ones I usually consume usually have 25 plus grams of protein, 160 calories, and I try and get the ones with either 0 sugar or 1 gram of sugar. And sometimes I'll wake up and I'll have that protein shake for breakfast. And that sucker will keep me good for 4 or 5 hours. Now, granted, you got to drink water with it, because the water really helps. Water is a big key component of nutrition. Now, when you think of nutrition and water, what you should be doing is, before you get your meal in, before you get your big meal, try and drink 8 to 12 ounces of water. I think they say like 16 or 20 ounces, but sometimes that can be hard. If you're like me, it's easy. I love drinking water. But drink your water before your meal and drink some water after your meal. Water is crazy how powerful water can be. I was consuming water all day yesterday. And today I'm even faster on the bike. And I didn't change anything. But I think because I was properly hydrated this morning, I was able to just start hitting it really good. Now, that being said, like I said, you gotta be careful. You don't want to eat something with the protein shakes, but jerkies, meat cuts, all things, little things like that. As long as there's not all kinds of crazy sugars in them, they're perfect for helping keeping you satiated. Fruits, I've supplemented 99% of my snacks, sweets, cupcakes, cookies I don't buy any of that shit anymore. Those used to be my favorites. Low Debbie's, oh, top tier. Now, I buy pineapples, bananas, blueberries, oranges, and you'd be surprised where I'm getting to the point where I'm craving it, where I'm like, oh, I need something sweet. It's time for an orange. And I feel like everyone can get to that level, no matter your relationship with fruit. You just have to start. There's so many different fruits out there. You're gonna find some that you like. Start supplementing that into your diet instead of snacking with other things. You know, chips. Chips is all carbs. You don't eat chips. They got that fucking that weight loss popcorn, smart pop and shit. They don't be tasting the greatest, but it be satiating me when I want some chips and shit. So, you know, when I say nutrition and proper nutrition, there is no finite guideline for true nutrition or proper nutrition. You have to find what works for you. All I'm gonna do is give you advice, you know, and that's where I feel like, you know, getting the different components, protein, carbs, vitamins, your fiber. You know, a lot of people don't like vegetables, especially, you know, you hear about the carnivore diets and stuff, and I think the carnivore diets are pretty good. You know, I feel like meat can be very healthy. You cook it yourself. It's non-processed. I eat meat every day. I try and get a good amount of protein every day. But as someone that is fat and trying to lose weight, using vegetables, the fiber is going to help fill you up, but it's also going to help you poop. And when you start working out, you start exercising, part of what's going to happen is you're going to poop a lot. You're going to be, because your stomach, your body's going to be moving so much, you're always going to be pushing that food out. So you're always going to be using the bathroom a lot. And that's a good thing, you know. But if you're not putting in the proper foods, it could be troublesome trying to get the poop out at certain times. And those vegetables, the fiber, that would definitely help. You know, I used to drink a lot of milk. And milk has like protein and stuff, but it's all fat. You know, 90% of what I drink is water. And then on my cheat days, I'll have some Diet Dr. Pepper or something, or a Diet Coke. I've actually been using this, it's called Crystal Ice. It's delicious. They got kiwi strawberry one. It's wonderful. But, so I think the next note I want to touch on though is, you know, since I'm talking about Crystal Ice and diet, those are all 0 sugar, 0 calories. Sugar, you know. Sugar is just not good for us. Not processed sugar. You know, real sugar that's natural in fruits. You know, I haven't had an issue with that. I've been consuming a lot of fruit, and someone asked me, like, oh, don't you consume too much sugar? No. When really the only sugar you're consuming is from fruits, you won't have an issue. It's when you're compiling that fruit sugar with other sugars from cookies and cakes and coffees and all that stuff. You know, coffee is great, but you have to have it black. I don't like black coffee. But, you know, the idea of, you know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, you know, cut it all out completely. It's not what I'm saying. But you have to put food in place in your life to set yourself up. You know, I've talked about how I don't buy certain foods. I buy set amounts of foods. I buy rice in a cup that you heat up, because if I cook rice in a fucking rice cooker, I'm gonna eat too much rice. You have to set yourself up for success. And there's so many little components that you can do. So many different aspects of nutrition that you can incorporate into your weight loss journey. You just have to figure out what's working for you. Try different things. And I always say, if you guys need any help, advice, I'm always here. You know, you DM me, leave a comment or something, and I'll be willing to help any way I can. You know, I don't make these videos for any other reason than just to try and inspire, and, you know, maybe somebody will want to start a journey or a weight loss journey, and I think that's cool if I inspire somebody to do that. And honestly, I kind of have fun making these videos, you know. But yeah, I think that's it for today. You know, like I said, the proper nutrition is really just what you make of it, what you incorporate into your body. Protein, vitamins, minerals, fibers, you know. So I hope I convinced somebody to start their journey and stay positive.